A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking act of violence, gunmen in 2 vehicles chased down and fatally shot Elvino Dias, a lawyer for Mozambique's leading opposition politician, and Paulo Guambe, a senior official from the PODEMOS party, late Friday night in Maputo. This brutal attack has sent ripples of fear and anger throughout a nation already on edge following a contentious presidential election marked by allegations of fraud and government repression. The incident occurred on Joaquim Chissano Avenue, a prominent thoroughfare in the capital, just before midnight. Eyewitness accounts describe a scene of chaos as the gunman unleashed a barrage of bullets into the SUV carrying the 2 men. Videos circulating on social media depict a dark gray BMW riddled with bullet holes, while onlookers gathered around the vehicle in shock. The PODEMOS party, which has emerged as a significant challenger to the ruling Front for the Liberation of Mozambique, Frelimo party, confirmed the deaths and condemned the attack as a clear indication of the deteriorating political climate in the country. Dias was a crucial figure in the legal strategies to contest the results of the recent election, which has been marred by accusations of vote rigging and suppression of dissent. The election, held on October 9th, saw Frelimo's candidate Daniel Chapo leading the preliminary results, with opposition leader Venancio Mondlane trailing behind. The final results are expected to be announced next week, but the opposition has already vowed to challenge the legitimacy of the election in the Constitutional Council. The killings of Dias and Guambe have been labeled as political assassinations by various human rights organizations, further escalating concerns regarding the safety of opposition figures in Mozambique. Adriano Navunga, director of the Center for Democracy and Development, expressed deep concern over the implications of such violence for the country's democratic processes. Authorities have yet to respond officially to the killings, which many in Mozambique believe are politically motivated. Frelimo has faced ongoing allegations of electoral manipulation and violence against opposition supporters, particularly in the lead-up to the election. Human rights groups have reported instances of excessive force used by security forces to disperse peaceful protests, highlighting a troubling trend of state-sponsored violence against dissent. The assassination of high-profile political figures represents a significant escalation in the already tense political landscape of Mozambique, where Frelimo has maintained power since independence from Portugal in 1975. The party's long-standing dominance has often been challenged by the opposition, but the recent events raise alarms about the lengths to which the ruling party may go to silence dissent. Following the shooting, the Mozambican Bar Association issued a strong condemnation, calling the act a barbaric murder and an attack on the rule of law and democracy. They have called for nationwide protests to demand justice for Dias and Guambe, and to highlight the growing threats facing legal professionals and opposition members in the country. The political environment in Mozambique has been increasingly fraught, with tensions rising in the wake of the recent election. Mondlane and PODEMOS had already called for a nationwide strike and protests against the election results, and the assassination of their legal advisor and spokesperson has only intensified calls for action. The implications of these violent acts extend beyond the immediate tragedy. They represent a broader struggle for democracy and justice in Mozambique. As the country awaits the final election results, the specter of violence looms large, casting a shadow over the future of political discourse and civil liberties in the nation. The international community is watching closely as Mozambique grapples with this crisis, and calls for accountability and justice are expected to grow louder in the coming days. In the face of such brutality, the resilience of the opposition and the determination of civil society to advocate for democratic principles will be put to the test. The tragic deaths of Elvino Dias and Paulo Guambe serve as a stark reminder of the risks faced by those who dare to challenge the status quo in Mozambique, and their legacy may inspire a renewed commitment to the fight for justice and democracy in the country. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.